Welcome to Varun Techie channel. Share, like and subscribe. Today we will discuss Machine Learning Session 10. Unsupervised learning. In the previous topic, we learned supervised machine learning, in which models are trained using labeled data under the supervision of training data. But there may be many cases in which we don't have labeled data and need to find the hidden patterns from the given data set. So, to solve such types of cases in machine learning, we need unsupervised learning techniques. What is unsupervised learning? As the name suggests, unsupervised learning is a machine learning technique in which models are not supervised using training dataset. Instead, models itself find the hidden patterns and insights from the given data. It can be compared to learning, which takes place in the human brain while learning new things. It can be defined as unsupervised learning is a type of machine learning in which models are trained using unlabeled dataset and are allowed to act on that data without any supervision. Unsupervised learning cannot be directly applied to a regression or a classification problem because, unlike supervised learning, we have the input data but no corresponding output data. The goal of unsupervised learning is to find the underlying structure of data set, group the data according to similarities, and represent the data set in a compressed format. We'll see an example. Suppose the unsupervised learning algorithm is given an input dataset containing images of different types of cats or dogs. The algorithm is never trained upon the given dataset, which means it does not have any idea about the features of the dataset. The task of the unsupervised learning algorithm is to identify the image features on their own. Unsupervised learning algorithm will perform this task by clustering the image dataset into the groups according to similarities between images. Why we use unsupervised learning? Unsupervised learning is helpful for finding useful insights from the data. Unsupervised learning is much similar as a human learns to think by their own experiences, which makes it closer to the real artificial intelligence. Unlike unsupervised learning works on unlabeled and uncategorized data, which makes unsupervised learning more important. In real world, we do not always have input data with the corresponding output, so to solve such issues, we need unsupervised learning. Now we will see the working of unsupervised learning. We can understand the working of unsupervised learning using this diagram. Here we have taken an unlabeled input data, which means it is not categorized and corresponding outputs are not also not given. Now, this unlabeled input data is fed to the machine learning model in order to train it. Firstly, it will interpret the raw data to find the hidden patterns from the data and then will apply suitable algorithms such as k-means clustering, decision tree, etc. Once it applies the suitable algorithm, the algorithm divides the data objects into groups according to the similarities and differences between the objects. Next, types of unsupervised learning algorithms. The unsupervised learning algorithms can be further categorized into two types, that is clustering and association. Clustering. It is a method of grouping the objects into clusters such that objects with most similarities remains into a group and has less or no similarities with the objects of another group. Cluster analysis finds the commonalities between the data objects and categorizes them as per the presence and absence of those commonalities. The next one is association. An association rule is an unsupervised learning method which is used for finding the relationship between the variables in the large database. It determines the set of items that occurs together in the dataset. Association rule makes marketing strategy more effective, such as people who buy X item, suppose a bread, are also tend to purchase Y, that is butter or jam item. A typical example of association rule is market basket analysis. It is similar to a priori algorithm. Unsupervised algorithms. K means clustering, K nearest neighbor, hierarchical clustering, anomaly detection, neural networks, principal component analysis, independent component analysis, a priori algorithm, singular value decomposition. Advantages of unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is used for more complex tasks as compared to supervised learning because in unsupervised learning we don't have labeled data input data means the input data which is labeled is not available. Unsupervised learning is preferable as it is easy to get unlabeled data in comparison to the labeled data. Disadvantages of unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is intrinsically more difficult than supervised learning as it does not have corresponding output. The result of the unsupervised learning algorithm might be less accurate as input data is not labeled and algorithms do not know the exact output in advance. Thank you. We'll meet in the next session.